Everybody. Okay, Angie's on the way. Don't worry, it's not just me. I'm making an espresso martini. Not really. But I am making espresso in a martini glass, so I think that counts. I don't know who already threw a thumbs up in there, but I really, really appreciate you. I'm assuming that it's T or my mom, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Apparently, and I didn't know this, that the likes and subscribes actually help a lot. I didn't we always kind of throw that out there, here whenever you watch a YouTube video. Sorry, it's the jet engines roaring up in the background. But sometimes you'll hear, it's that one. Sometimes you'll hear people be please, subscribe to the channel. That really helps us. We really appreciate it. It actually does, which I didn't. Oh, thank you. There's another one. You guys are the best. You're so supportive. And so we never want to kind of pander and be oh, please, throw those things in there. But apparently they actually really do help the algorithm, which is crazy, but also makes a lot of sense, since computers taking over the world. And that is not what we're talking about today. However, what we are talking about, y'all, she's too kind. Vicky, Mel, Speedy, Hale. Oh, it was Mel. Thanks, Mel. Here before the notification hit. What's up, guys? I love it.
Hey, guys.
Oh, there she is. This is what we all came to see.
Hey. How's everyone
Everybody's
doing?
here. Everybody's doing great.
Hey, T. Vicky, Mel,
what was I going to say?
Meg.
I was just going to say something. Oh, can everybody hear us like usual? Does it sound like usual? Because I don't have our mic plugged in, but I think it actually goes through the internal mic of the computer. So let me know if you can hear okay. And if not, I'll plug in our quality mic and see if that helps. Although I don't know that it does.
I'm going to get a little water.
You're going to need some water?
Are you
want me to get
your espresso martini?
I am going to have my espresso martini. That's right. Kelly Goff, good morning. Good morning. Thank you, Megan. Everybody can hear fine. Y'all, this is so exciting. So you can see we're in our new place. I know we've been here a little bit lately. I'm trying to get the focus over here. We're so stoked about it. It's coming together. I just sent a couple of, the refinery boys, a project that we are working on that I'm going to be posting to our social media as the house comes together. No shit. We built a mantle, like a fireplace mantle.
You guys don't even know. We have to show you pictures.
It's kind of crazy. I can't lie. I'm very excited because this is something new to me. I think I've told this story before when Ange and I not first met, but this was actually 3-4 years into our relationship when I was on tour with Pink.
Yeah.
I left one day and thank you guys so much for the thumbs up and everything.
Awesome. Hello,
everybody. Fachette's here. Josie. Hi, everybody. Everybody's here today. Okay, so I was on tour with Pink and she was like, well, I'm going home to Jersey. I want to be in Hoboken. And I was like, okay. And we got this just rat trap of an apartment. And I publicly, again, I know personally I do this a lot, but publicly I apologize again for so many things during that time, not the least of which was that I
was trying to save money.
She was trying to save money and she saved money and I spent it. This is what we talked about last week.
To be fair though, I learned a big lesson because trying to be cheap, I put that much more money into making it livable. I should have just splurged.
You ended up spending just as much money.
Like $100 more a month.
And something that we've learned since then is that we are so much better, as you said, at this apartment. We're so much better and I mean, this one doesn't at all count, but
no,
we were saying when we were looking for our next place, we were like, look, I'd rather live in a smaller place that's nicer than a bigger place that's shitty.
Well, yeah, I think for us, because we're such homebodies, we find comfort, or we get so much comfort from just being in a beautiful space.
100%.
And when my surroundings feel beautiful and comfortable, I'm more productive.
Yes.
So I would rather eat avocado toast every night.
Yeah.
Instead of splurging on that and splurging
which
on
also has other benefits. Avocados, great source of fat, so there's good stuff there.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah. And so I was out on tour And also, while I'm telling this silly little story that a lot of you probably already know, let me know, would you rather live in a big place that is ratty and kind of more run down, or would you rather live in a smaller place that is very nice? And I mean specifically the walls of your own place. Let us know in the comments.
That's an interesting question.
Yeah, because I think it's going to lead us to some other things. And thank you to everybody for those likes. I was explaining the I don't know if you could hear me back there.
A little bit.
Oh, okay. The algorithm apparently, like when we signed up for the YPP, the YouTube Partnership Program, one of the things was like the amount of subscribes you get also plays into the amount that you make from video. It's a whole thing.
Really?
Yeah. So people subscribing and liking videos. I was like, fuck it. I just want to get the content out there because that's what this is actually about, is building this community. And yeah, either way. So I go out, and I think this is when I was in Europe. I come back. When I leave, there's like this ratty kitchen. There's no microwave. There's in the bedroom, there's like this closet kind of space, but there's no door, but it's a large enough space that it was, she was like, God, I just wish there was a door here. It could be like an office or just something. There should be a door here. This is so weird. I come back from Europe. There is now an installed microwave, but not like I put a microwave in. She's like carved out a section in the cabinets and has hung this thing that is, it's actually hanging, and there's a fucking door. Now there's a door. Who installs a door just cause? And I was like,
we are not sponsored by Home Depot, but I would love to be, because Home Depot, and I'm always Home Depot over Lowe's. I hate to say this.
Oh, hands down. Well, I was on the fence when we first started getting into
Lowe's,
it. But
I think has some people think it's a little like nicer and fancier, which it can be sometimes. Maybe, I don't know. But
I get
Home Depot
that feeling.
Customer service is
Yes,
like amazing, because Home Depot's thing is all about teaching you how to use the tools.
Your
and stuff.
home, the Home Depot.
Yeah,
instead of low prices, and really it was low was the last name of somebody.
I don't think
no, it was I always, that's what I associated it with.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's either way.
The point is, the Home Depot in Hoboken, technically it's in Jersey City. I go there all the time, and they would help me figure out how to do everything.
Yes.
So I'd be like, hey, how do I install the door? And these guys would be laughing at me, and they'd be like, okay, let's do it. Let's do it, lady. And they taught me how to do everything. They helped me cut the door. And then so I went home and I put that shit on by myself.
Yes, you did.
And granted, I was like jacked back then, because we were still doing
anything to do with it.
No, but I was very strong.
You were.
So by myself, without help, because like it's hard to balance the door and do the hinges. True. And like little me was like, okay, I was like on the ground, but I was very strong at the time because we were bodybuilding. So
insanely strong.
I was like, and it happened. I was very proud of that.
You're the best.
Either way, your point is, I was the head carpenter for a while.
For a long time. And when we got to this new place, that was one of those things that, I mean, just over the last few years, like we've started moving in a direction of, I know not anything. As my mom said the other day, when we were moving stuff, and she was talking to me, and I said something about like doing manual labor, and she just kind of looked at me and said, Colt, you're not really one for manual labor. And I said, a lot has changed since I was a kid, and really just in like the last 5 years. But it was just a funny thing.
Though in the last couple of years had experience, or haven't been in a place where you have even had the opportunity to build anything or do that. Yeah.
But it's been cool since we've been here. We are building the studio right now, which is why this is the last live here in the kitchen. Mm-hmm. There's going to be a couple of weeks where we're not doing lives. We're going to throw up some podcast style, talks like we did in episodes. So it'll be just like this, except less interaction, unfortunately, but only for a week or two. And then we will be back in the studio 2.0, part of Love Studio that we all know and love. And we will finally get back to that.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm pretty excited because it's just exciting. But we've been building all of that, and that's really fun. All right, let's go to the comments in here. I saw Shy popped in. Hey, Shy. Okay, so you guys are awesome. Last year was rough mentally and personally. I think I'm ready to move on. Talking to an amazing guy now. Thank you for the encouragement.
Megan!
Come on, Megan.
I knew
That's what
it.
I'm talking about.
Oh, you went through it with that guy.
I mean, fuck
That
that.
boy. I'm so glad you're in a different space.
Absolutely. All right, here we go. Always good to splurge sometimes, right? Absolutely.
Yeah.
My mom said smaller, nicer. Megan said smaller, nicer.
Yep.
T, you guys have been so amazing and kind to me in my almost first year here, inspiring and encouraging me. So big thank you.
Aww.
And also smaller, nicer. Agreed.
Yes.
Now I want to throw a special shout out to T for this thing. Today, I signed on to Instagram to do our Part of Love stuff. And I saw that T-Von has his own or their own Instagram. Got your own Instagram out there, giving yourself some love. I cannot wait to see what you post. We are already following this Colt Ang. I'll be following.
My gosh.
And Brandon Alexander's already following.
I'm excited.
So everybody go throw T some love on the gram. So proud, so stoked.
Coming out of your shell, that one.
Love it.
Yep.
Just love it. This is the best. Okay, Fachette. True. I like when the place is small, not too big, as we are not too big a family. We have an apartment of 74 square meters. Math.
What does that mean? Why do I have the itchiest nose today?
It's like
74 square meters. And
is that like 200 and change square feet? Am I right about that? Either way, I'm with you. My first apartment in New York was, I think, about that. I'm not good at math.
My first apartment in New York was this. I'm not joking, you guys. The size of this kitchen that you can see right here.
Yeah, literally. What you
I had a loft bed and a futon under it, and then the kitchen was like I could lay in my bed and put my foot on the sink of the kitchen, and I could also sit on the toilet and grab around to the
soup. Stir the soup.
I could literally stir the soup. I could stir the sauce from the toilet.
I probably did.
I mean,
hemorrhoids waiting to happen.
Oh my gosh.
What else we got over here?
Mel said, I'd rather have a bigger place so I can recreate and put my own stamp on it.
Okay, understandable. Now, what I will say is that what we're talking about is something you don't necessarily own.
Yeah.
If you're renting. So let me rephrase.
Yeah.
If you're renting a space, like if you have to be in a space for a certain amount of time and you don't have free reign to like redo it, because obviously I am right there with you as far as purchasing. Well, the first place that we purchased was not for us to live in, so that was a different thing. It was a very nice,
but
brand new
I'm all
construction.
about like I love a fixer upper.
Absolutely.
But it's hard in apartments. If you've lived in a big city, you know what we're talking about. Like, because you're like,
so we're talking about renting.
You can only do so much, and then the money that you put into it, kind of trying to make it better, like you don't get to keep in the end. So
that's
it's like,
problem.
Like it's not your place technically. Yeah. So then I spent all of this money trying to like fix.
So unless you're like leasing to own, but I do understand and agree.
I agree,
and that's
with
what we've talked about with like when we get like a second home, like a lake house or something like that, like up in the woods or a ranch.
Yeah, I'd love to do a fixer upper.
That'll be a fixer upper where we're like, oh no, we're gonna make this ours, and we're going to literally make this ours.
Well, we love an activity too.
We're
very.
Come on,
Kelly Goff. It is just me, but I love the smell of Home Depot.
Yeah, it's the lumber department. That's what goes through everything.
Totally.
It's like freshly cut grass, but bigger grass, meaning trees.
Kelly, I helped flip a house for a summer and spent half my time there. Yeah, totally.
Wait, you flipped a house?
That's cool.
For a summer? Cool. That's amazing. So I was talking to.
I'd love to learn like all the details of what goes into just things that you learn. When
just
you
construction.
Yeah.
Just construction in general, like at least basic contract work.
Yeah. It's very empowering to know how to do certain things that are like.
Once I don't know that we'll have time for this just with the projects that are currently afoot, but I definitely, the more that I've been going there lately, Kelly, the more I've been like, I could get a job here and just work in the lumber department and learn about contract and like learn some of this stuff. But if kind of like Whole Foods, I think you talked about that one time.
Yeah.
In the seafood department, they train you and you learn so much about preparation, but also about, there's just so much like ongoing knowledge that comes your way, and suddenly you have, more to share outside of the walls of that place.
Absolutely.
Which I think is really cool.
Oh, Kel, I've been meaning to ask you, how's it
Oh,
going?
yeah.
What's the gossip? What's the scoop?
Oh yeah. Cheers, everybody.
Yeah,
And
cheers.
you can't cheers.
Yeah.
Can you cheers with water? It's not an empty glass.
You're cheersing with espresso. There's no
It's
vodka
an
in that.
espresso martini glass.
What is going on with my nose today? It's so itchy.
It's so pretty.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, Kelly.
Man, I love Andrew's smile when she tells stories. It's infectious. I completely agree. Hence this. I was like, I can't not.
That's very sweet of you.
That's the cutest
That
thing
is
ever.
very, very sweet. I
And-
just like to laugh.
She really does. Fresh cut wood smells like heaven. I agree, right? Oh man. Now every time I walk in there, Kelly, I'm gonna be thinking about that. 796 square feet. Wow, that makes way more sense.
Yeah.
That's a great
very good
size. That's a fantastic size. My first apartment in New York was genuinely 300 square feet.
What were you doing? You weren't stirring the sauce from your toilet.
I didn't have anything in the apartment.
Oh, that's right.
It was just empty. It felt very big because it was empty.
Right.
And it had relatively high ceilings.
Wait, you're talking about your first alone apartment?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, that place was.
That place was a little bit bigger than that.
No.
It wasn't?
300 and change square feet. Because it was on the bottom floor.
Ah.
And it had like right by the street, which was a selling point, but then got scary. It was very cool.
Yeah.
Hey, Claire. Hello.
Hey, Claire.
Don't ever worry about being late, any of
Oh
y'all.
my God. Claire, how you doing, baby?
Yeah.
I sending you a lot of love.
Claire, I'm all right. Still grieving over
I
losing
know.
my dog. I know. And that was something that, you know what? This is something, Claire, that we've been kind of revisiting visiting with the refinery, because Brandon is currently in a situation where he's scared that might be something that comes up soon or is inevitable with one of his dogs. And it's an incredibly hard thing. I don't want to delve too far into it, but we love you, and I'm glad that you have the support here from everybody. Where are we at?
Richard Smith.
Richard Smith, I tried to help out doing the work on my fixer-upper and ended nearly chopping my hand off, so I ended up spending more money getting people to do the work.
You know what, Rich?
Everybody give
Good
Richard
for
Smith a round of
you.
applause.
Nice.
Let's throw some clap emojis up there.
We can't have you losing your hands.
No. Oh, wow. Okay, so
Are you, Richard, have you been here before?
I feel like it's relatively new to at least the comments section over here.
Yes.
I love this though. Welcome.
So excited to have you.
To our live Tuesday episodes. At some point we will talk about something necessary, but right now we're just shooting the shit and enjoying everybody and enjoying each other. Which
this is what we do on Tuesdays. We kind of shoot the shit for a little bit. And
that's the necessary thing. We kind of talk about where we're at and talk about where you're at. Now hold on. I need to know. Sorry, it's a song.
Did you make it up?
I didn't. I think it's from Jekyll and Hyde. Either way.
You nerd.
The deputy dog laugh is here. That's official. Richard, I need to know, how did you almost like what?
Yeah, what were you?
What
doing
was
exactly?
it? Was it like a circular saw? You were like what were you just hand sawing and like it came out and like an asteroid hit it? Like what happened? I'm sure that's not the story. Thanks Josie and everyone for the follows on new Instagram. Follow back soon. I love it. Thank you guys for being so supportive already. Kelly, I was lucky. One of my good friends does construction and flips houses, and I learned so much.
That's
complete bare bones, drywall, support beams, flooring, roofing. I was jacked that summer.
Yeah, you were.
Come on, somebody.
That's cool though. I'd love to do that, just to know how it goes from like start to finish.
Yes,
that's cool.
Well, I had talked to my dad. Knows he loves just basic carpentry. And construction in general. And I had talked to him the last time we talked to him, was like, next time I'm in town and next time you're doing something, can I just come? And I've asked your dad about that a million times, because he literally built
our home,
y'all's house.
Yeah.
So same thing. Like, and I mean, down to the welding the wrought iron. on this. He built the stairwell, like the stairs that go from floor 1 to floor 2. He built those. That's a crazy thing to me. So I love that you're out there doing that. And that's definitely something we've talked about a little bit in the private chat refinery, but I've had a lot of talks with you about it. I've had a lot of talks with my best friend Billy about it, which is there's almost something, I don't know whether it's my our generation or just I've been rereading one of my favorite books, which is called Shop Class as Soulcraft. I will grab my copy by the end of this and show it to y'all so that you can see it, go get it, go read it. But it talks about how like shop class was taken out of schools at a certain point between like right around our school time. And suddenly the technologies were put in there, the, you know, keyboards and like typewriting. I remember, or not typewriting, but keyboard class was a big one for us towards the end of high school.
Started to change, but also,
home ec, you know, things got phased in a way that took trades and just craftsmanship in general out of schools, and therefore and moved more towards technology, and that not a lack of, you know, masculinity or a lack of men in the homes or whatever was actually the main driver of this kind of generation of people who don't necessarily know how to do basic things like change a tire or which I also didn't know how to do until I finally sat down and got tired of you being like, I'll change it. I'll put the door on. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I got it, kid. Like, and I was like, no, you know, I should probably at least know how to help. So you don't have to do everything. You know, maybe I'll hold the door while you install it, kind of thing. Which is why I work out, so I can hold doors for her. But differently than people think.
Yeah, but you know the thing is too, and I haven't read that book, but I think though also like as technology started to grow when we were kids, like obviously like there was less need for the shop classes. Like even thinking about this, like IKEA became popular when we were you know, in our 20s, like highly popular, like
because
everything's
suddenly
so
you
easy
didn't
and accessible. Yeah, you don't have to, or you can hire people for cheap to do different things. Like there's like apps now.
But I think that's kind of the issue with the technological, not issue. This is this little, well, within regards to what we're talking about, the issue with the technological revolution was that it made things so easy. And in addition to having information constantly at your fingertips and having things easy to put together, we maybe as a society began to lose that that feeling of understanding hard work. And now we have a lot of young people that are very, I want it now. Why is it not ready now? I heard something really funny one time that even has to do with technology, but with time. And someone was talking about a cell phone, and they were like, "Oh, I can't. Why is it not sending this text? Like I sent it like 2 seconds ago. Like it will not download, or like it won't. Why can't I download this photo? It's not even that many megabytes." And someone else said, "You realize that is." In your hand is a tiny computer that 20 years ago was a room full of computers worth. It's in your hand. It's sending a fucking signal to space, bouncing off a satellite and going back to the other thing where it's pulling that information back up to fucking space and coming back down here. Wait a second. Like wait a fucking second.
We kind of all take it for granted, I think. Like
but we forget that's what computers do. That's what all of this information. I mean, that's not what computers do. I don't know what computers do, but I know. I think
though the point is like if you weren't raised in a home, especially too, where like it wasn't like my dad, is a carpenter and a mechanic, and like built our house. Like he doesn't think to go hire people unless he doesn't have time. You know, he was like, I'll do it myself. So I grew up with that mentality of like, you know, I'll do it myself and I'll figure it out. Whereas like if you. I mean, granted, I'm saying
it does not
sometimes
always
it's jank
go
crank.
So well.
I usually work backwards. So I go, well, this is what I want. I have no idea how I'm going to get there. And I sometimes it comes out janky, but at least you learn, you know?
Yes, that is one thing. And that's what so the door was perfect. The microwave
was kind of jank.
I mean, that's okay. You're okay. That was like, there were like 16 different types of fasteners and screws at different angles. And I would never use it because I was like, I see that it's there, but it's going to fall.
Mm.
I think it's still there to this day. I'm pretty sure they've made it a historic.
Oh, that freaking
Monument.
landlord should have paid me.
Honestly.
Jank a crank or not for that microwave. I
Microwave.
can't speak today.
Are you drunk? What's in it? Oh, this vodka.
Just kidding.
It's just straight vodka. Okay, so either way, if you got second question of the day.
Yeah.
Would you guys rather build something yourself? And this is in an ideal world, right? Build something yourself or pay somebody to do it. Because I know a lot of people who are like, I just don't have an interest in that.
Yeah.
Like when we first met, I didn't have an interest in cooking.
Yeah.
And I remember you.
I know a lot of people like that. They're like, I have no interest in cooking. It feels like work.
Yeah.
Whereas like it literally is my relaxed time. And you didn't understand that for a long time.
I didn't.
And now you're like.
Well, once I started making drinks, I was like, oh my God, this is so good. Like I was like, okay, I get it. Well, because it's just taking time to understand something and make it yourself. And the irony is then when you go out, and we've talked about this a lot, when you go out to restaurants and you have drinks, like we don't go to restaurants anymore. Well, obviously right now, but even before that, even on tour, we very rarely went to restaurants.
That, like, I wouldn't specifically make that thing, or it's like,
or you just don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want to.
But you start being able to go out and go, ooh, this would be a like fun thing to now play with. Ooh, I mostly we go out to eat or drink to get ideas.
Yeah.
It's not a compare and contrast. It's to explore something or just to have fun with friends. But I think that was my first introduction into do it yourself, learn about it. And then the second one for me was cameras and learning all the stuff for the channel. And
that was really cool.
And all of that. And then third, and a little bit with cars, but mostly all this building stuff. Thank you so much for teaching me your ways. It's really fun.
You're welcome. Let's go to the comments because I think we missed it a couple.
I think we did. All right, here we go. Y'all, the comments section is lit today. Kelly, Lucky, boom. Thank you guys. It means a lot. It's heartbreaking. My best friend and baby for nearly 13 years. Love you. New to the live, watch the uploads. Thank you. Well, Richard Smith, everybody, if we didn't already, if I missed it, welcome Richard Smith to the community. This is always up and down. Tuesdays, I don't know if you were here earlier when I said it, we are going to be doing for the next week or two, kind of podcast style episodes, which some of the uploads have been previously. We do a game night once a month. And yeah, so these will be back, but when they come back, we'll be in the studio. Okay, Kelly, I got full into it. I have my own pair of construction boots and a belt now. Okay.
Yeah, I want that.
She picks on me about the Carhartts.
Well, I
want the best.
A belt.
I also love that literally, Kelly, I'm not exaggerating.
You just made a big purchase.
I'm literally sitting here with my new circular saw and my new, where's that? Random orbital sander. And my impact driver is over there charging.
He's very proud.
I'm so excited. I just love that we unintentionally. I've been wearing my overalls like all day, and my work Crocs, as Ange calls them, because I messed them up so much. And as you can see, let's see.
They got paint all over.
They got Mickeys on them.
Oh, and Mickeys, yes.
Okay, come on. Okay, sorry. Okay.
So,
Claire, demolition and building houses is fun. I'm doing one at the moment.
What?
Nearly broke your foot today. What are you talking about, Claire?
Claire,
are you in construction? Am I wildly jealous right now?
Wait, I need to know.
You and everybody on here is is most of our audience, is our target demographic secret construction workers, house flippers?
I know that
I know, babes, I love it.
Come on. Okay. Megan first.
Never built anything, but I've done demolition before. It was fun and very stress relieving. I bet.
Fun. Okay, so I have to read this out loud. I think this is a you guys, I'm sorry. I think this is like a spammer.
I think so. KY Jelly, but it's funny.
KY Jelly. Let's all go to the comments and look at this.
KY Jelly. Protect her from your girth with the greatest lube on earth. KY Jelly. I mean,
can advertisements or spammers go into your comments?
I don't know, but I'm guessing it may be John.
Funny.
I don't think he would go to these links to
Wait, let's just protect her
from your girth.
What?
Is this our next door neighbor?
Jesus.
Ugh, we had an episode the other night. Somebody was
I thought we had to call 911. I didn't know it was sex. I thought someone was getting beaten up.
It wasn't funny at first, and then it got
like,
gross. It wasn't funny at all at any point.
I've never heard anything like that. Something was wrong.
Yeah.
Something.
We got a little off topic from the off topic that we were on. But KY Jelly, if you are a real person, feel free to contribute to the conversation in any other way. But if not,
we're open here. That's very funny.
That's hilarious and part of love, you know.
I always say everything's on the table.
Everything's on the
other room.
Yeah, I definitely check the box not suitable for kids before I upload anything, including a live. So KY Jelly has joined. KY Jelly, are you a first timer here at the live, or do you watch the uploads as well? For chat, my dad worked in construction. He built a lot in years, even the flat where I live. What?
Oh, that's cool.
That's amazing.
Aww.
Okay, y'all, I'm so stoked about this. This is
awesome.
so cool today. Richard, one of the workers came stoned and drunk and fell against me, and saw was in my hand. Oh my God.
I hope you threw him out, because
with a fucking punch right in the face, and then just like a cartoon through a window that he then had to pay to replace. Stoned and drunk. First off, don't go to a job site stoned or drunk.
Ever.
Don't work with power tools stoned or drunk. I'm so sorry. You. Did you? I thought you just laughed. Tipsy.
Tipsy, but never power tools.
Never
tipsy to like certain jobs, but not
to jobs. Never to paid jobs.
No.
But us last night, like we were definitely drinking and putting the mantle together, but we're in our own house with.
And we were gluing things at that point. We weren't like.
Yeah. Well, it was like an impact driver. Like nothing crazy. T, sorry to hear. That's so sweet. A member of mine lost a dog back in September. My stepdad used to put up concrete walls that were like 9 feet or bigger. And I remember his calf muscles were ripped. My mom loved it, but she always worried that he would hurt himself. 9 foot or bigger concrete walls. That's fucking crazy. Wow. That's amazing though. Yeah. Claire, sorry to hear that, T, and thanks. See, this is what I love. There's a support system that was built here, and I absolutely fucking love it. I love you guys. People can never be patient. That is very true, Claire. Mm-hmm. Kelly, I quit a toxic job, and the restaurant I was helping open got delayed with construction, so I suddenly had 4 months spare and flipped the house. Greatest curveball I had thrown at me. I learned a lot. I love that.
That's cool.
That is so fucking
great.
You
gotta go. Like sometimes when you're open and you keep your heart open in all the ways, like isn't it crazy? Like where you're guided to and the things that come out of that, like just by staying open and like going with the flow.
Well, we've talked so much about this in 2020 and in 2021, just on the channel in general. Pivot. But definitely in 2020, we talked a ton about this. Be able to pivot. This is one of the big things that happened. We taught this past weekend, and when we were teaching, one of the questions that came up was, how do you keep? We were teaching musical theater, and one of the questions that came in was, how do you keep going? Like, how do you keep your drive alive? How do you stay motivated, especially in 2020 and 2021, during the pandemic? And obviously, we all have our up days and our down days. And I just talked to John Gorski from the Refinery. I don't think he'd mind me sharing this because we talk about it on the last episode and definitely on the next episode as well.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4?
Yeah.
Nailed it. Cheers. But no, one of the things that we talked about was, how do you keep that motivation going when things break down, when things don't happen the way that you plan on? And one of them is, you have to have chosen something you love enough to fight through that. But in the midst of fighting through that, you may have to pivot. Now, pivot, I almost want to call it juke. Like you don't have to pivot. Yeah, like in football. Like when somebody steps in, sorry, that was dumb. When somebody steps aside, steps back to the other side, like they juke.
They juking.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna juke with you tonight.
Oh yeah, great.
That's
I don't think that's how you should. You should. But just that constant awareness of I'm still on my path. I just had to pivot around this issue because I had to.
Right.
Like,
and
good
so
on
much
you,
good
Kelly.
can come out of that.
You can learn so much.
It's really cool.
All right. All the love. Claire, I love that. Build it myself every time. Claire, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, Megan, now we're back to the question. Would you rather build it yourself or pay somebody else to do it? Claire said, build it myself every time. Megan, I would rather build something myself. Makes me feel more accomplished.
Me too.
I totally agree. Mel, I'd build it myself because if I balls it up, nobody to blame but myself. I love that.
Fair.
If I balls it up, I've never heard that, but I really I'm going to steal that as well. Everybody talking with my mom on the dog topic.
Claire. So she said, I'm not constructive. Did they skip something? Oh, I'm so sorry.
T was saying that a family member of his has a new dog named Missy, and then he immediately thought of our little bear, Missy Bear.
Missy Bear.
Missy Bear.
That's a special name.
That's a good one.
That means she's a little special nugget.
For Chet, if I know how to do it, I prefer to do it myself. When I was little, I like that. See that right there, before I even go to the rest of the comment. If you know how to do it or can figure it out.
Right.
Like changing the spark plugs in the Jeep.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I can do it. I know I can do the 3 on the passenger side, the 3 on the driver. I know I can do it, but I also know that there may be something that I might fuck up. And so I'm doing it with somebody who knows absolutely how to do it. I'm doing it, but they're going to watch me so that I don't completely fuck up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like there are little things that, thank God for YouTube. Honestly, thank God for YouTube, y'all. And that's not me just like, jerking YouTube off. Like, no. Because we're on it.
But like you can learn literally anything on YouTube. It's amazing.
Anything. Come on. It's the best. All right. When I was little, I went with my dad a lot to see how he worked. I learned so many things.
Same.
So that's the best thing.
Same.
I love that though.
Yeah.
That's why you always say that. That's why you are so tough and resilient, because you're like, well, I just watched him.
But you know what's funny? I was my dad's like, not to be like whatever, but back in the day they'd be like, she's such a little tomboy because
this one.
Yeah, I'd follow him around. And like honestly, I still had my curly ponytail, I had this huge curly ponytail, but I'd love to go to work with him and just like, I don't know, he'd put me to work and like show me what to do. And I don't know. I like being a little toughy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You know what I love most about you is that you are such a fucking toughie, but you also specifically, and I mean, obviously, hopefully the kind of thought process is changing in general for, men, women, whatever that is. But like you do shit and it surprises people so much because you're such a little dink, and you'll go in with full face and the hairs and the Ugg boots, and she walks in and she's like, I need, and I'm going to do it this way. And I need a door because I got to put a door on. And everybody's like, what?
I mean, I think you can be super girly and also super whatever the heck you want.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
be a superhero.
Be whatever you want.
Yeah.
Be whatever you want, whenever you want, for however long you want or not. Fuck it.
There's no rules.
I gotta tell you, John, I really like that. Thank you for that. I just got a special text. Megan, if I finish, I'll finish the live later. All right. Bye, Megan.
Hi, Meg.
Sasha Lee Klopper.
Welcome.
Hi, guys from SA. Wait, South Africa? Is that the flag?
Oh, I think it is. I think I see the colors.
Okay. Let me know below.
What time is it?
Wait, hold on. Sasha Lee Klopper. Have you been to the lives before? I apologize. Sometimes we get a little bit mixed up. South Africa.
Yes.
Nice. Y'all, everybody give some love to Sasha. We've got a couple of newbies in the house today. So happy that you are here. First time on the live. Amazing.
This
Okay,
is
well,
awesome.
it's a fun one so far. I'm so happy that you're here. Everybody say hello to Sasha. Welcome, Sasha Lee.
Today.
Question, Sasha, do you prefer Sasha or Sasha Lee? Because I see that is your name, so you may prefer the whole thing. Love you guys. I watch all your posts. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. Well, we love you. Welcome to the group. So stoked to have you. And everybody, as you can see above, was just welcoming Richard.
Yes. Yeah, we got a
fun group here. I love that. T's like the unofficial like moderator, but sort of the official moderator.
Yeah.
Like my mom is the unofficial, hey, your post isn't up or your channel's not going or you guys don't have sound. Right, and John's the official joke maker to my phone while I'm here. So thank you, T, for that. Whenever I get new tools, it's like I'm like a kid at Christmas. I'm not in construction, really. I helped build my aunt's house and I'm rebuilding my dad's place. I'm an all-arounder, mostly into mechanics.
Get out of here.
Come on, Claire. Okay, Claire.
That's awesome.
I'm going to need to ask you how to change.
Can you send us a video?
Can you send me a video on how to get to the driver's side, the spark plugs on the driver's side under the intake on a 3.6 liter Pentastar for a Jeep? I've got some videos,
that
but
seems like a lot of work.
How much you want to bet that she
probably
fucking do it right away? All right. Everybody's just checking in. Kelly, ha ha ha. Okay, off track. But that awkward neighbor sex. I know sex is beautiful and natural, but my God, I used to have a neighbor that loved to narrate everything they did. Hilarious and traumatizing. Yes.
Well, the thing is.
Sorry, just in case, Sasha, if you just got here.
We had an episode.
I know you just got here, but what we were saying was the other day, the other morning at 3:30 in the morning, we were awoken to the sound of like blood curdling scream.
But then I don't know, it lasted a very long time, and so I was like,
well, no, the scream lasted for a very short, like for long enough to wake us both up out of a dead sleep and to both get worried. And then I immediately ascertained that considering there were no more screams or muffled like words, there was nothing to worry about because the sounds that I heard suddenly sounded specific. And
I've never heard anything like that. So
it got gross real quick.
I thought someone was in pain and moaning.
She was like,
but then there were more screams. I thought we had to call 911. And honestly, I would have been fine with that. If they came to the door and were like, why did you call 911? I'd be like, I was fearing for your life. Something is wrong in your bedroom.
You need to
work on that.
Whatever that is.
I'm just kidding. Whatever floats your boat,
I guess. All right. Build something myself, T said. Kelly, I guess it's important to support and encourage your partner in all things in your relationship, but not cheering them on at top volume at 3 a.m. You know what? I'm fine with the top volume. It was literally the scream. And yes, also be courteous. Like, be courteous. We know that these walls aren't that thick. So at around 11 o'clock, when the noise ordinance kicks in, we are quiet. However, that was
startling.
That was it. The fact that we're still having a debate about whether or not someone was murdered next door.
There are children that live in this complex.
I learned to fold samosas on YouTube. See, you can do it. You can do anything on YouTube. Everybody throw into YouTube other than John. Everybody throw into YouTube or throw into the comments the like craziest thing you learned on YouTube. Yeah. Like a skill that you learned, not like I learned how to make cocktails from YouTube. That is how that started, from the channel How to Drink, which if you're into cocktails, go check it out. It's literally just how to drink. Fachette, also, I think you should start a YouTube channel about all of the things that you do from scratch.
The wines and the brandies and the things.
Please, and I will immediately subscribe to that as well because I would love to learn how to do those things. I love you guys. Watch Sasha. Oh, perfect. Sasha is perfect.
Oh, okay, great.
John, use the KY for your Jeep. You are welcome. Thank you, John. I know that you used to be a mechanic, so thank you for that. That's what we call a full circle moment and a callback. Everybody's laughing at John. Colt, your spark plugs should be on the engine and the cylinder heads. Yes, they are, but in the Jeep, on the passenger side, they're like super easy to do, but on the driver's side, I have to take out the air intake and then the intake manifold, and it's like a whole thing. We'll see what happens. Kayla, hey, welcome. Laughing faces at John's comment. Yes. I absolutely love that. I have learned to bake bread to make creme brulee.
Oh yeah, that's delicious.
Come on.
Yeah, my cooking game started in my early 20s, and it all came from YouTube.
Really?
Yeah.
YouTube was around?
In my early... Shut up. You're so funny.
I genuinely...
I think you're so funny.
It wasn't as popular. It wasn't nearly as popular. I'm just saying, like, I didn't know that YouTube was as popular as it was until...
Really?
No, I didn't use YouTube at all when we first met.
The growth. I would get off on watching
like Dr. Pimple Popper, like the OG pimple stuff.
Yeah, remember that? Well, I don't know.
You guys remember that? Wait,
remember
it's
that
gross.
one
Spoiler,
video that
gross spoiler,
viral?
gross. We're going to talk about something gross. Grosser than what we've already talked about.
Remember that the first pimple video that went viral on YouTube?
Which was like a cyst that somebody, like, it was like they were drunk and sitting around a table and the guy was
what
like...
was it?
Oh,
wasn't there a doctor did it?
Oh. I've seen one where they're sitting around a table and they cut it with...
They sliced it.
They sliced it and then it... Oh.
It was so gross. Okay, maybe there was a couple of those, but they were like the OGs, and everyone started getting obsessed with these disgusting things. And it would like... Okay, he gets...
No, it's good. It's good. Let's keep going.
I love shit.
Fast forward if you're like
anyway.
Me.
Happy birthday, Kayla.
Kayla, it's your birthday? What?
Happy birthday. Oh, I'm glad you're laughing and having a good time.
Oh,
this
my
is a good
God.
way to start the day. Or afternoon, wherever you are.
Yeah.
Night. Have a cocktail. For us, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kayla. Happy birthday to you. See? Hey-oh. Happy birthday. God, you're hot. And just in case anybody was worried, we are going to talk about something serious.
We have chatted.
I'm just kidding. We're going to keep talking because you guys
so
are the best.
Much. Maybe we should save that for like an expansion.
Mom, my mom just said, I love watching Dr. Pimple Popper. Yeah, I always think that. It's an actual show.
Yeah, well, yeah, because this person was so popular, and we're all obsessed with this gross stuff. So
yeah, now the comments are blowing up. Everybody's super into it. You guys are gross. You guys are gross. Happy birthday. You may just be best taking it to the garbage if you aren't sure. I can't really tell without looking myself. Oh, to the garage.
The garbage.
I was like, the pimple? How do you take a pimple to the garbage?
Oh my gosh.
Take it to the garage? I understand. No worries, Claire. Don't worry. I actually do think I know how to do it. I'm so scared because it doesn't matter. We're
going to figure it out.
Yeah, and then I might be a DIYer at the garage. Mel, I've not learned a skill as such, but I've discovered a love for ASMR videos to help me to sleep on YouTube.
Oh.
Yes, that is
You like those, don't you?
I don't like most of them, the ones that are like intentional ASMR, because there's intentional ASMR and unintentional ASMR. I just happened to end up finding videos that do that that were like that.
Oh,
yeah.
I see.
I was like, because I used to really love learning, again, watching things that are learning about skills. So when somebody breaks down something and talks about a skill like at its like most minuscule level, and those happen to be what's kind of deemed unintentional ASMR, which is weird that I am rambling about this. Go YouTube.
Speaking of Dr. Pimple Popper, this thing is I think I have a major pimple right here.
Oh my God, you please do not. Oh,
don't do it on the live.
I swear to you.
We've come to a very bad place, a low place.
This one went from
pimples.
like we're in a whole new
Don't
thing.
stop me.
Happy birthday. Hey, happy 36th.
Woohoo!
Yeah, Fitchet, I'm with you. I could never watch that. No, thank you. No.
Oh, Kel's
Kelly.
giving us the gossip.
Things with the new guy are going really well. It's definitely still throws me off sometimes since we were such good friends first. We were both surprised it turned into something more.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, but I love that story. I just think now it can almost go deeper because you know so many things, like deeper, quicker in a way, in a fun way. You know?
Well, because you've spent the time
Yeah.
doing the other things that you need to do. You've already spent the time
Right.
like learning that you at least like the basis of who this person is.
And you know a lot about each other.
You know how they treat other people.
Yeah.
You know how they, like, I'm guessing how they act in public situations, which eventually may come back, which would be so cool. But that's such a huge thing. Mm-hmm. And I mean, certainly don't want to side off into, love talk over here. Like, talking about love lessons. We skipped all the love talk today. But this is a nice one.
We didn't skip it. We're having actually a lovely.
I'm having one of my favorite lives that we've ever had. We got some new people in the house. We got birthdays happening. We got pimples are popping. KY jelly stopped by. I think that was KY official.
I mean, send some our way and we'll ship them out to everyone.
I was like, what?
Well,
yeah, no, we could. You know what?
We're not sponsored by anyone. Might as well.
KY jelly.
Get some free
Send
products.
us on. Hit us up. Slide right through our DMs and just drop off some KY jelly while you're there. We'll get it together and we'll send it out to everybody who's here right now on this live. Throw your name in. We've got everybody over here in the comments. If you haven't commented, so that we can send you a KY jelly if they ever send it to us.
Nice.
Then make sure you comment so we know you're here. Cammy's here.
Hey, Cammy.
Hey-o. That was fantastic. Claire, send me an engine pic and I'll have a look. I worked on tractors and motorcycles and old banger cars. Yeah, that makes more sense. I'm into that. Don't pop. I don't pop. No, I do not. I do not.
And I take great joy in popping my own.
She's obsessed. She's obsessed. She is Dr. Pimple Popper.
I asked him if I can pop his pimples.
She does. I try not to have any so that she won't get obsessive. Kelly, but he treats me really well, and it's amazing seeing the softer other side to him. He also loves how comfortable he is already.
Yeah, that's a good sign. That's good.
That is
I'm happy for you.
Amazing. I absolutely love that.
Yeah.
I can never watch anything gross. Oh, sorry, you can read it.
What?
I'm sorry. I always read it because you're usually like, I can't see it.
I mean, I'm literally like have my face so close to it today. No, read it.
I can never watch anything gross. And Colt, don't you love Angie's pimples? Ha, 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 ha. And yes, on the occasion that she has them, they are a part of her. Therefore, they are beautiful. But they're also fucking gross because not on you. But they are pimples
on anyone.
Just the thought of this watching that like big one pop.
That big one was bad. I think they took out a spoon.
I feel like
Nope.
Hey strangers, obviously I have to rewatch to catch up on today. Well, we will give you a quick rundown and everybody.
We've just been chatting.
Everybody, if I miss anything, throw it over here into the comments. So what we have talked about so far today is that apparently it really helps us with the YouTube algorithm to throw a like on any of the videos, but especially on these lives. Anytime that you like something, just throw a like in there. Apparently that actually helps. Yeah, we really, obviously we always appreciate it.
But I think it also, when the algorithm, I can't speak today.
No,
also,
you did.
That's happening.
Thank you very much. I assume that was you, Kimmy.
The algorithm picks up on the people are liking it. I feel like maybe it gets more traction and then more people will join, so we can start creating a bigger community.
I have no clue, but that sounds pretty scientific.
But we got some new peeps in the house.
Yeah, we got some new peeps here today, which was great. And then we talked, and it's Sasha and Richard, and we talked about building stuff with our own hands and where that kind of has come and gone, and whether or not we would rather live in smaller apartments or bigger, like smaller apartments with nice stuff, or bigger apartments that are or places that are shabby. Talked about DIYing. We talked about all of that because this is our last live for the next little bit, for like a week or two, because we are currently in this new place we have an entire room that is the studio.
Gonna be the studio.
And so we're building that out right now so that we can give you guys a tour of the new studio very, very soon. So a few more videos will be done right here, but then we'll be back in Part of Love Studio 2.0. So stoked about that.
It's kind of been a smorgasbord morning, but
then we talked about pimple popping.
Yep.
We sang happy birthday to Kayla. It's Kayla's birthday. Happy 36th. And I think you are all caught up. And Kelly, and we talked about Kelly's relationship.
Yes.
Because Kelly, we're getting the updates on what's going on there. It's going very well.
Yes.
And we have a final over here. It's still terrifying because the skeptic in me thinks it's not going to end well and I'll lose a great friendship. But I'm trying to be optimistic and take a chance.
I'm proud of you for that.
Yes. Well, isn't that kind of like the overarching theme of, especially during the pandemic, but of life, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's hopelessly romantic optimism paired in with a horrible pessimism.
Yeah.
That is always like, it's always just kind of riding that wave. And I think that there's something there. I talked to somebody today about the fact that they were reaching out about advice about, well, how do I deal with this current situation I'm in? I lost a bunch of potential work. 2021 was stacking up to be a good year. So I was like, 2020, I can do this, but 2021 is now turned into, man, there's nothing. And yes, 2022 looks like there may be some stuff coming work-wise, emotional-wise. I'm also dealing with this. Personally, I'm dealing with this. And it comes in these waves where I'm doing the work on all of these things and I'm trying to, accept the path is the journey is the goal. It's not just the end goal. I'm trying to be okay with all of these things, but sometimes I feel fucking bummed out and I get worried and I get pessimistic. And what I said to him is the same thing I'll say to you and the same thing that I'm really saying into essentially a mirror, which is what this kind of is. Mm-hmm. We have a color palette, I believe, that we are given emotionally, right? And it has a ton of colors. And all of the pretty things in life tell you you're supposed to paint in the blues and the greens and the nice shades of orange. I'm going to put a happy little tree in here. We're going to put a nice little cloud, a smile cloud. And we're just going to brush that over. Right, and then you've got a beautiful picture. But that beautiful picture doesn't come without the grays, the blacks, the browns, all the colors that we, the anger, the pain, those things. So let that skepticism be there. Let the pessimism be there, but also let yourself let it be. Well, like also, you're riding that wave. And I think that's what's so cool about it.
I do want to say though, that's such a beautiful way to say all of that.
Thank you. But I think she's going to say it quicker and better.
No.
No, I'm just saying you usually do. I'm good at writing episodes. I'm not great at saying things quickly.
I've encountered this. We have a lot of, I think everyone has encountered this at a certain point. When you start to have feelings for a friend, you're like, I don't know, I don't want to ruin the friendship. But for me, I actually never thought about that and people would be like, but aren't you nervous you're going to mess up your friendship? And I'm like, it's already messed up, at least for me in my heart.
Yes.
Because I already like them. And if I don't pursue this in some capacity or even like see where it goes, I'm always going to wonder. And our friendship is kind of like now a little lopsided, at least on my end, because I really like them.
Because everything's tinted.
Exactly.
With I like you, do you like me?
Exactly. And like you can't bury those feelings. You have to at least see where it goes.
Yes.
Like you owe it to yourself and each other, I think, So I think don't be afraid, because if then things go poorly, you may stay friends, but you also may not. And that's okay. That was your season of your relationship as a whole.
Yes.
Like you can't think of it as like a loss or, it's risky. I think you just have to, I don't know, that person came into your life for a reason to explore all the capacities of the relationship.
I also think there's something really, really specific or really special in certain times that people, we worry so much about, well, what if I ruin the friendship? Well, if they turn out to be a complete bag of shit, you've saved yourself the time of a shitty friend who is eventually going to be that bag of shit regardless. I'm sorry, I'm not eloquent when I'm edited. When I'm not edited, I'm not great. But you're saving yourself that time, right?
Mm.
But what you're discovering right now is this whole other side that you are finding so beautiful, and you guys are finding this together. That's so cool. But why? I think everybody talks about it in this way of, well, I would have ruined what could have been a great friendship. A great friendship is not based on tiptoeing around each other and not actually expressing your true feelings. And I read something about this recently that says, this was talking about like, look, true friends, a lot of times, like you can't get the truth out of your closest friends and family sometimes.
Yeah. Honestly, like, I think a lot. Yeah.
Sometimes. Because they don't want to ruffle feathers, because you're going to be in each other's lives.
Right.
So you don't want to say that thing because you're like, well, I don't really want to broach that subject. I don't really want to do that thing because, yes, they say this, but I don't really want to argue with it because I love them. And so a lot of times our friends and family aren't the best. Our closest ones aren't the best kind of metric to measure by. Whereas either way. So I think that I think what you're doing is, see, I told you. Too many espressos in the martini.
I know he's like everywhere. I love it.
I just think it's a great thing that you're doing this because you're finding out the truth about your relationship and your love, whether as a friendship or otherwise.
Yeah.
And if you amicably both are like, you know what, we love each other, but this didn't work. It was just some fun sex for a little bit. That's totally fine. Friends with Benefits. There were 2 movies at the same time about that.
There were, wasn't it?
One of them was good.
I've never watched them though, I don't think. Anyway. Amazing.
Boom. Can I make a suggestion for the channel? Yes, please, Mel. I'm so excited. And we talked about the Jeep. Yes, Claire said. Mel, could you guys set up a post office box so fans can send you stuff?
Oh my God.
You are so sweet for you guys. Do a fan mail opening session once a month, just an idea. Oh my God. Well,
no, that's an epic idea.
That's an epic idea.
Would we get fan mail?
If you guys are up for it, if that's something that you want to send, or just send us thoughts and things to put on the channel. Like, but even just things about your love that you want us to talk about, but anonymously, sure, absolutely.
Oh,
if that's something that people,
put it in the chat. If
let us know in the chat or in the comments below.
That's cool though.
If anyone wants to follow my new personal Instagram, it's we talked about that as well. Yes, we talked about T made an Instagram for themselves, which we absolutely love and applaud. We are already following. You all should too. On Instagram, it's tvon856. Though it won't be easy running 2 pages, tell me about it. I feel you. LOL. Or if it's an epic fail, there's always great memories behind it.
That is true. That's very true.
She literally just said that. Did we just was there an interruption in that? Huh. Something just popped up at the top of our screen on my end. But I don't know what it was. Either way.
Is it because we surpassed the hour?
I don't know.
Did something happen?
I have no clue. But I love that. I mean, this is like, you guys, the likes are amazing.
It's
Everybody's
awesome.
Here. This is very cool. And yes, Sasha, I totally agree. That's what we were talking about earlier with Ange.
I was like, worst case scenario, it falls down. It all falls apart and crumbles. And we had some good drinks and some good laughs.
Yep.
Nice.
And instead, the good thing that happened was we now know that we can install a fireplace mantle in like the apartment that we bought, and therefore increase the value of that apartment, or like,
it's very exciting,
and be able to do all of that stuff. It's very cool. That's a good idea, Mel. Awesome. Claire, I would love to send fan mail. Y'all are so sweet. All right. Well, it looks like we'll be setting up a post office box sometime soon.
Okay. This is exciting.
Y'all, this has been my favorite Tuesday live
in a long time. I think I said that last week.
Yeah.
But
I think this one was my favorite ever.
Yeah, we really
between the KY jelly, the pimple poppers, the sex talk, the new visitors, the car talk, the DIY talk. This was a good last live here in the kitchen before we get back to the studio. Thank you guys so much for being here.
We love you.
Yeah.
This has been awesome.
Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Cheers. Oh, random question. Colt, has your eye healed completely now? it has as much as it will. I have like 99% vision in it. So it's more than fine. So thank you for asking. That's very, very sweet. All right. It's always so sad at the end because it gets so quiet because we're both so focused on trying to figure out how to turn it off.
I know, like, where's the button? Press the button.
Did you press it? Did you press
Can they
it?
hear us?